Hello, hello. Welcome to Wind Down Wednesday. If you can hear me, let me know. Hello, welcome to Wind Down Wednesday with your host, Queen Juicy, aka Michelle. BB, like and subscribe on my YouTube channel. Also, follow me on Facebook for content. Thank you for joining me for another Wind Down Wednesday. I am excited about our topic today. I just want to go ahead and say I am not drinking wine today, y'all. Sorry, but I am drinking today. But I decided to try something different. So I got my rock glass right here, and I have some coconut Ciroc and lemonade, which is my favorite little summer drink. So I decided to just step it up a little, do something a little different today. But it is Wine Down Wednesday. Hello, thank you for joining, and I hope you have your wine. Also, if you guys know some local wineries some local wines that you would like me to try, please put them in the comments and I will check them out. I might choose your wine. So definitely, if you have a special wine, a wine that you really like and enjoy, let me know and I will gladly get it and try it. If you know any wine, people who make wine, homemade wine, let me know. Okay, so I'm just going to get straight to it. Thank you for tuning in. So, the question that I am posing today is who is responsible for the Black woman of today? I posed the question and I'm just want to know what y'all think. Who is responsible for the state of today's Black woman? The Black woman that we see today, who's responsible? Did the Black man create the Black woman of today? That is the question that we are posing today. So, I have been having conversations with a lot of different women and men, and we've been talking about relationships a lot. And so, one of the things that we've been talking about is a lot of Black men have been complaining about Black women just lacking the feminine energy that we used to have or was great back in the day, or they said back in the day women were more feminine. Nowadays, women are just have all this masculine energy. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Who is responsible for the state of the Black woman in today's world, in today's society? So let's talk about it. We're going to get straight to it. So we know in the 70s, Black women, we started out as queens. Everybody loved us. We was respected. It was like unity, Black love, and just the music. When you look at the music of the 70s, it was all about love and courting a woman, letting her know that she was special. It was getting to know her, knowing her family, taking your time, moving slow, not rushing it. You had to court a woman back then. You couldn't just step to her and be like, hey, baby, I want to mess with you. You didn't want to defile her in that way. You just had a reverence and a respect for Black women in the 70s. We were queens, we were goddesses, we were, to be respected and lifted up. And then and the music reflected that. You had all the music seemed to be about love, and he was telling a story about how this woman made him feel, how he seen her walk into the store with her friends, and it was her smile that attracted him, not her big booty, not her chest, not her silhouette, but it was her smile that intrigued them, right? And during this time frame, it just seemed like women were just respected. We knew that we didn't just but we also had a different type of respect for ourselves. I would have to say is that we wasn't allowing men to just step to us. We made them work for it. Couldn't just have you just because he wanted you. He had to work for it. And so the music in that time reflected the love of Black women. Um, you know, We were to be respected and treated right. And music reflected that. Then in the 80s, here come the 80s, in the 90s, and music started to change. It started to be like, is it good to you, girl? I like it. It was still a little love songs in there, but it was a change in the way that the music reflected amongst Black women. It wasn't, it was, then hip hop came out, and during the time the hip hop came out, it was, um, it started off ladies first, we queens and queens, and treat my queen like this, and I love my woman like this. UNITY, gotta let them know I'm not a bitch or a hoe. You had all of this respect that came from the music, and we were equals, and we were still loving each other, but the music got a little bit more suggestive. And then when we got to the time frame of everybody talking about the Freaknik, but when we got to the point of the Freaknik, then it kind of changed again. You start seeing women that were talking about, we start wearing a little bit more suggestive clothes. It used to be a time where, you covered up. It was modesty was respected and looked at as a beautiful thing to have, a woman who cared for herself and just, operated as a lady, as a woman. And so as time went on, the music changed, and then we got into hip hop where women start being, the music changed towards us. And then it was like, I'll take my B. You wonder why we call you the B word? Like, bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. The music started to change. It started to reflect, women in a more raunchy way. Oh, I'm so horny. And people weren't being discreet in the way that they, talked about women, or how they suggested they wanted to have sex. They was bend over and show me what you got. And then during that time frame, it seemed like women at first, it was very, the music was a shock to women, and women saw it as very vulgar and disrespectful, and they were hurt behind it. They ain't like it. They was like, I don't want to hear that type of music. I'm not feeling that. But it was the men who were referring to us as women in this way. They were referring to us as hoes and bitches, and and it just got worse as the time frame went on, right? And so then we seen this change in respect for women. And so then the women got used to being called bitches and hoes, and then they start calling themselves. They didn't just want to be a bitch or hoe, they wanted to be the baddest bitch, the coldest bitch. You know what I'm saying? I used to be scared of it. Now I'm throwing flips at it. Bam, bam. They took it and they made the disrespect, and they took it and they made it an empowerment. And then men start saying, then the music changed again. And it was big booties and small waist. I love a chick with a, what was it, 34, 36, 24, 36. I love her with a big butt and some hips. Right? She got to be routed. She got to be bouted. So then the women start showing up like men, right? That became the thing. She had to be rough and tough. This just me and my girlfriend, my side, my bitch, my ride or die, my bottom hoe. That's how women were referred to in the music. I'm gonna take a sip on that. And then women, we start internalizing it and taking it like, I'm the baddest bitch, I'm the coldest. And then we had artists like, Little Kim that came out, and Trina that came out, that glorified and made it a good thing to be a woman who wasn't afraid to show your body, or, take control of your sexual needs and be dominant, right? And this is the music that became popular, and this is the music, and this is what became glorified in our community, and it was what was acceptable. So the music that was heard by the masses, the men that was created, because the music industry is still a very male dominated industry. And so the men start taking over, and this is what they were glorifying. This is what they were pushing out. This was what the music that was getting record deals, right? This is what everybody was listening to when it came to women, you know? Then here we are today. Now it's like the R&B music of today is just as raunchy as the rap music and the hip hop. He like, when we, y'all know the words. You know, I love it when you take it there, you know, face down, ass up. That's the way I like to, y'all know. So all the love, all the care has left the music. All the time frame of loving and letting me know what your favorite song is, and me recording music off the radio and making mixtapes of your favorite love songs to let you know how I feel. The courting stage of I like you, I love you, you're beautiful, all of that went to the wayside. That all disappeared, right? And all of a sudden, we left with what we have right now, which is the disrespect of Black women. So the music changed, and so did the women. The music changed. It became more disrespectful towards women. Then they was like, they want a boss bitch. They want a bitch to make money, that make all the money, that's bringing it. And so then what became glorified? Strippers with the bags and the jags and the, you know, the leaving out with all the money, duffel bags full of money. And, you know, I made 10 stacks a night, you know, and that became glorified. And long Brazilian hair. And now we got passport brothers saying they going to get women with, you know, long Brazilian hair down their back and are respectful, right? But you disrespected the women that you had in your own community. And you took that woman and you disrespected her in every way. And this is what you left. And then you wanted a boss. So then we went and we became independent, and we took our sexuality and we said, you know what? I got my own house, own car, and I can do whatever, right? We start talking about how we got the bag. And we took on the energy of the man, like, oh yeah, you're not gonna play me to the left. I'm gonna play you back. I'm gonna get your money. I'm gonna do you wrong, right? But we wonder what happened to the femininity of a woman. So my question, we know what happened. We know where it started from. What happened to the femininity of women? We stopped being treated as ladies. We took on the masculine energy of the male because we were being treated like a male. Everybody knows some woman, a good woman, a sweetheart of a woman that was hurt or done wrong by a man. And let's just talk about it. A lot of times a man will find a good woman, he'll come across a good woman, and instead of appreciating that good woman, what he does is he mistreats her. She a good girl, she at home taking care of his kids. And because he didn't been, and she might be a good girl, she might have waited, not had no sexual partners, been a virgin, or maybe one or two boyfriends before she got with him, right? But he done been with 500 women. And so now when she just wanna, and he done been with strippers and real wild women, right? And so now he get married to this woman and she just regular, you know, she haven't had a lot of sexual experiences. So she gets this man who's been with all these women, get with this, for lack of a better term, good girl. And now he's not even sexually satisfied with her. because she's not doing all the tricks that he used to the wild women doing, because she just regular. She hasn't been out here, so she hasn't been exposed to that. And so now she can't even keep up with his appetite or satisfy him in the way that he needs to be satisfied, because he has an unrealistic expectation of what sex is. And an ordinary woman no longer intrigued him. That part. He's no longer intrigued by the ordinary woman. She's not enough for him. So now he cheats on her. He goes out because he has this desire to be with these women that's wild and crazy, because that's what he used to. And now, what are you showing your woman that you had at home? You're showing her that she needs to either become like one of these other women that you attracted to, or she needs to move on with her life, because now she's wounded and she's bitter. She's raising your babies, and you done basically walked all over her, mistreated her. Not because you had to, because you could. Right? She didn't know any better. She didn't suspect it. She believed you. So, I hear a lot of men talking about how its femininity in women have been lost. But has it been lost, or was it beat out of her? Was she abused to the point where she became hardened and she no longer cared? I'm just saying, think about it for a minute. Did she get fed up? Did she get tired of being mistreated and disrespected by the men that were supposed to love her and adore her? And now you want to come back and show love and care. And now you want her to be a lady again. Well, she didn't have to carry the back. She didn't have to carry. She had to go get her own money. She had to take care of the kids. She had to go buy her own house, her own car. She had to do all these things by herself. And now you want her to go back to being submissive. Submissive to what? Submissive to who and how? How do you be submissive to somebody to mistreat you? Black man. How do you expect her to go back to being submissive after she's done all the work? By herself, not by choice. Not by choice, but she had no choice. What happened to the day? What happened to the respect of the Black woman? What happened? If you want a woman to be feminine, you have to first treat her like she's a lady, like she's a woman. And so my question to you, Black man, is that you create the woman of today by wanting her to be the baddest bitch, by wanting her to be the freak in the bed, by making her go get her own bag, by treating her with her emotions in a very masculine way. We talked about that before, but I'm just saying. Women of my grandmother's day and age, you couldn't sleep with her unless you married her. My grandmother was married several times. She didn't allow a man to be with her unless he married her. You had to be committed. Now, it's so many women that will sleep with a man without any commitment. Women are operating like men, not by choice, but by circumstance, because regardless of what you say, it's a lot of women. If a woman is not with a man, or she's telling you that she doesn't want to be with a man, a lot of times it's because she's been so wounded and hurt. And it's just it's easier for her to be by herself, just use a man for sex or her sexual needs, and then let him go about his business. Because, like you said, she already has her own house and it's peaceful. She already has her own money. And she's responsible. She got good credit. She's choosing to be single because she doesn't want to deal with all the drama and the BS that is associated with being with Black men of today. And it's a very manipulative thing that a lot of men do when they sit up and they say, like, hey, as a Black woman, we want you to be this certain type of way, but yet and still they're not treating you in the way that you should be treated. And then they tell you that it's okay and you should accept whatever they're given. Black men want Black women to accept them. I've heard many of Black men on the different platforms that I'm on sometimes say, like, men cheat. It's a thing. Men can't help it. It's in us to be with more than one woman. And you want her to accept that after she has her own money, after she has her own house? Why would she accept that? After she's already degreed up, why would she accept lack? Why would she accept less? Make it make sense. I hear a lot of Black men complaining about Black women, but you made popular the image that you now say you hate. I don't see any artist making music about natural hair women unless it's curly and long. I don't see a lot of men talking about, a lot of music coming out that's popular about how you love her smile and that she cook and take care of her family, that she's modest and she's not showing her body. Where are the images if you say that you want a natural, beautiful, kind, sweet woman? Why is that image not being portrayed in your videos? Why is that image not the image on every man's page? Because when I scroll through my timeline or Instagram stories, I'm looking at Instagram stories, all I see is Brazilian hair, big booties and little waists. All I see is twerking. And it's not the women who are posting this, it's men taking these pictures or taking these images and posting them back on their story. But then I'll go on their page and I'll see where they'll say, like, oh, I want a beautiful Black queen. But that's not the image that's not what your actions is showing. Your actions is showing that you want a stripper. Your actions is showing that you want a girl that's going to twerk and make her booty bounce with some long Brazilian hair. That's what the image that you are giving out is showing. That's what you're teaching Black women that you want. So which one is it? The way that you treat the Black woman, the way that you talk about her in your songs, the way that you address her in your music, on your Facebook. I had a conversation. I was on a Facebook page. It was somebody who had posted a comment and I made a comment, and it was I didn't say anything rude or disrespectful. I had a difference of opinion. And the first thing that this male did was start to try to personally attack me. Oh, this person doesn't know me. But he didn't agree with what my answer was. He didn't agree with me. So instead of him just us being able to have a normal debate, he wanted to throw insults at me, right? No big deal. I didn't, play back into it, but it just goes to show the lack of respect for the Black woman. And then you expect something, but you want to be respected as a Black man. Black men always say we're not respected by our women. Well, when was the last time you respected a Black woman? When was the last time you saw a Black woman who have been wounded or hurt and took that Black woman and said, you know what? I'm going to treat you like a princess. I'm going to treat you. I know that you're angry and you're mad and you're upset right now and you hurt because of what the last dude did. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to love you until you're healed. Where's that concept? I'm going to give you all the things that you deserve, and I'm going to see what you do with this. I'm going to show you can be yourself, and I'm going to love you just the way you are. And I'm going to lift you up. I'm going to help you be better. I'm going to show you everything that I know. I'm going to teach you. I'm going to bring something. I'm going to add some value to your life. And before I try to sleep with you, how many men are saying like, you know what? You are a wife. I'm going to make you a wife. They'll make you a mama. They'll make you a mama. They'll give you a whole gender reveal party. They'll be standing right there next to you. But will he make you a wife? Will he love you enough to take care of you? And it's men out here that give money. So I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about stability, emotional support, love, loyalty, commitment, care, appreciation, building, working together, unity. Because when a woman receives all of that, she can't do anything but be submissive. She can't do anything but give back to you and create something great. Because whatever you give a woman, she will multiply. If you give her sperm, she'll multiply to make a baby. If you give her a house, she'll make it a home. If you give her drama, she gonna drive you crazy. She gonna multiply it. If you give her peace and stability, she's gonna give that right back to you. Manifest it, make it greater. Create a beautiful atmosphere in your home, treat you with reverence and respect, have you looked at as you are and admired by all your friends and all the men that you know. That's what she's going to do if you give that to her. I'm going to sip on that. We always talk about the problem, but what is the solution? Even young girls are not being respected. They feel like they got to get on the internet and shake their butt too in order to get attention, in order to be noticed, because that is being smart is not favored, because you can't be walked all over. And we were having a conversation last night. I was on another live video with some people, and we were talking about loyalty and love, right? And we were talking about how, as a man, you have to get to the point where you invest in a good woman. As you get older, 50, for it's all cool to be a playboy in your 40, your 30s, and your 20s and your 30s and your 40s. It's to be expected, right? Or so it shouldn't be, but 30s and for you young, so immature, okay. But 50 and older, 45, 50 and older, what happens when you done played yourself and you done played all the good women out of your life, all the good women that have crossed your path, that could have easily been a wife, easily could have been a life partner, you could have easily built with and created with. What happens when you missed all those opportunities and they've moved on with their life, and you get sick? Who's going to be there? Your homeboys that you kick it with on the weekends and you go out to the club with and y'all party? Are they going to stick around and wipe your butt when you can't do it for yourself? Are they going to make sure you get showered or help change your bandages or, give you your diabetes medication or make sure you take your pills on time so that you stay alive? Are they going to make sure you go get your colonoscopy and get your prostate checked? Are your homeboys going to do that? The ones you kicking it with? Are they going to come visit you in the hospital and help you change your bedpan? I'm just saying. And these are the things that you got to think about when you start thinking about the respect and the love of a woman. We bring so much value to the table. We need each other. And we have to get away from this place and this space of thinking that we can do it all on our own. That it's better to just mistreat someone. So, in my opinion, Black man, you are somewhat responsible for the state of the Black woman today. In my opinion, the femininity of a woman that is lost, that you see, this masculine energy that you get when you see a woman, when you come across a woman, it's something that it's a learned behavior and something she had to adapt to so that she could stay strong and survive. It's a survival tactic because we've been mistreated and abused by the Black man collectively, not individually, but collectively as a whole. We've been mistreated. We've been treated with a very masculine energy when it comes to our emotions. You want the Black woman to be feminine and sensitive, but you're not able to handle her emotionally when she is feminine and girly and crying or hurt or upset. You don't protect her emotionally. So then in order to protect herself, she takes on the same energy that you're giving. Then you look back and you say, why are all the women so masculine? It wasn't by choice, it was by circumstance. It was created. So I charge you, Black man, to love, respect, and honor the Black woman like the men of the 70s did. How they treated us like queens and how they courted us and showed us respect and honor and love. And I promise you, if you give that to a Black woman, she's going to give it back to you in return. You may have to fight through some of the hardness, the layers that we have because so many have been mistreated. And we didn't get here overnight. So it's going to take time, but it can happen. So I charge you. If you have a Black woman in your life, if you have a woman that you love in your life, if you have a woman that you care about in your life, give her a foundation of love, care, commitment, loyalty, and see what she multiplies in your life. Give her a safe place where she could be respected, loved, and cared for, and see what you receive in return. See what she multiplies and brings back to you. See the good fruit that you get from that. I mean, it's true. It's so very true. I'm just saying, y'all. What you gonna do with it? If you respect her, she'll love you for it. If you treat her right, if you do right, and it's easy to do. If you love a woman, quit playing. Let's quit playing with each other. Let's normalize in 2023 to quit playing with one another. Stop playing with women that you don't want to be serious with. Stop playing games. Just be honest. If you don't like the image of the black woman that you see today, do something different. Be different. Stand out. Because, as black women, we see a lot of garbage out here too. But we ain't complaining. We still loving y'all. We still giving y'all chances because we believe in y'all. And we want the best for you. And we want the best for the black family and the black community. We do. And that's why black women, we sticking beside you through all the adversity. Just my opinion. So I just wanted to get on here, share that with y'all. I'm not going to be long. I'm going to end. It's 7:30. I want you guys to get out there, get some sunshine. It's a beautiful day here in Ohio. It's sunny and it's beautiful. And wherever you're at and wherever you're watching, I just encourage you to go get some sunshine. Smile, be happy, love, laugh. Be good to the people in your life. Treat people with respect and kindness. Always stay gracious. Love you guys. Peace. Follow me on YouTube. Subscribe. Like. Leave comments. Love you. Bye.